Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Who's ready for a most likely very drawn out, unnecessary PR event for a boring, most likely terrible F1 livery? Because I am. Hey, Eugene, how's it going, buddy? I'm very well, thank you. I'm recovering from a stag do or bachelor's party, whatever you call it throughout the world. Hence the day off work. Hey, JB. James, do you not work? It's middle of a Monday afternoon, man. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're well. I'm glad. I'm glad there's actually a livery reveal on my day off. Right, I'm just trying to. I'm on their website. There's nothing as of yet. 2 o'clock is when it's supposed to go live. Let's go on their Twitter and see if they post. I think I'm on the right page. It's time to tune in. Oh, there we go. Bosh. Hopefully you guys can hear that. We'll change scene in a second. 13 minutes. I got a countdown. Work from home. Oh, nice one, James. What? Actually, I don't think we've ever spoken. What do you do for a living, James? Hey, Mark. Yes, that is the word, isn't it? Golf. Didn't they leak or accidentally put up a page on their website with an announcement of like a partnership with golf, something along those lines? I mean, look, anything could be better than the last couple of seasons we've had. Their last few liveries, one of them looked like it had come from the F1 20 game livery maker, or the mobile version of the game. Last year's was a bit meh, so we'll see. Have Merc gone black, or is it just one off? No, I think they're going back to black. Yeah, I think they're going back to black, because the rumours are this year, especially with or the discussions this year in regards to liveries, is that we're going to see a lot more black this year because of the carbon fibre. Because weight is such an issue, and as we know, F1 is a game of fractions and minute details. There's a lot of areas on the car that aren't going to have paint, and they're just going to work that carbon fibre, black carbon fibre body into the livery and the look of the car. So I think Mercedes are probably just going to go for black for that reason, rather than have a mixture of silver and black. When does it start? It starts in less than 12 minutes. I'll change the scene over in a second. Just let people come in. I've got a countdown on their page at the moment with the video. So Julian, welcome, buddy. You're a safety engineer consultant. Working in defense industry. Oh, wow. Fair play, mate. It's a bit niche, isn't it? How did you get into that? Right, let's change the scene. Well, no, we'll wait for 10 minutes. It's not just yet, another minute or so. But yeah, hype of the F1 season is fully on in a few weeks' time. This week's a busy week for livery reveals. It's a busy week. We have, let's have a look. Obviously, we have Williams today. We've then got... I have to mainly go on my page for this. So we have Williams today. We have Alfa Romeo tomorrow. Then we have on the 11th, Alfa Tauri, which is Saturday. Oh, okay. So there's only 3 this week. I thought there was a few more. On the 13th, so that's next Monday, a week from today, we have Aston Martin and McLaren. Then on Valentine's Day, we have Ferrari. Kind of makes sense with the red, I guess. And then the 15th and 16th is Mercedes and Alpine. I was wondering who the big A was. It's Alpine. And then we have testing in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, F1 season's proper hotting up. Oh, fair enough, James. Fair enough, mate.
Help me grow and sort of.
Oh, Logan Sargent's in this year, isn't he? So they're not really saying anything too worthwhile. Let's hope we don't get done for copyright after this stream ends. Let's change this. Why is it not allowing me to change the chat box color? Why can't I change the chat box color? There we go. Text color. What is it doing? Which F1 team do I support the most, Louis? Well, probably Mercedes the most because they've got 2 British drivers. Always been a big fan of Lewis Hamilton, growing up watching him. And McLaren. Really like McLaren. So as I always say on here, yes, there is a British bias. I'm British. I support the Brits. So that means I support Lewis, George, Lando, even Alex Albon, even though he flies under the Thai flag because he is half British. Yeah, and that's been the case throughout my time watching F1. And McLaren and Mercedes are my 2 favourite teams. So first race, first week of March. It is indeed, JB. It is indeed. You missed a 21 livery, do you? What, that one? No. The 21 one was the one that looked like it'd be designed on an F1 game, didn't it? Shocking car, shocking thing. But yeah, what do we think of Logan Sargent this year? Clever move commercially from the guys over at Williams because capitalise on the US influx of fans. They've now got an actual driver to support if that's obviously what they want to do. They have one of their own, shall we say. Very good commercial decision, but probably going to bring in a lot of money for them, Williams. But yeah, I mean, he did okay in F2. I wouldn't say he necessarily ripped it up, did he? But interested to see what the car's going to be like this year, really. Do we think Williams are going to make it further up the grid? They were good at the low drag tracks last season because they could do good top speed, but when it came to basically going around a corner, they weren't very good. This is the fastest Williams will look all year. Oh, Brandon. Oh, getting in there early with the digs. Morning, Timo. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, we're in the afternoon here. It's quickly approaching 2 o'clock. So, what do we reckon? Is it going to be a drawn-out livery reveal? Will Buxton's presenting. I know that much. But do we think... Okay. Do we think we're actually going to get the proper car for this year? Do you think so? Do you think we're going to see... I mean, I'm not massively into the technical side. I don't have a lot of knowledge in that regards. But I wonder if we're going to see any noticeable differences in the design of the car compared to last year. That would be interesting. Or if it's just going to be like the concept, or if it's just going to be just last year's car with a new livery. So, yeah, they do, James. They do. They're just big PR events for the sponsors, aren't they? They're more so... They're more sponsor announcement events. That's what I feel like they've become now. They're for the sponsors. They're not for the fans. Haas did it right. Just post a picture up on Twitter. Get in there first. Here's our new car with our big new sponsors on it. Happy days. None of this big old bullshit. Really? Because that's what it is, isn't it? Don't think we'll see the livery before 2:30. No. Yeah, it won't be there till the end, will it? Just depends how long it's going to be. The actual presentation in itself. Yes, the mirrors. Yeah, larger mirrors, isn't it? If iRacing's anything to go by, they definitely needed them, didn't they? Any ideas who's going to break through straight out the bat? Red Bull will be, definitely. So Red Bull, this year there's not too many changes in the regulations. The biggest one really that comes to mind is the raising of the floor, so that limits the porpoising. Obviously, you've got the mirrors. I can't think of anything. I know there's a few more changes. Can't think of them off the top of my head. But in regards to the actual look of the car, there isn't anything dramatic. So Red Bull have already got a good handle on the ground effects of the car, of the ground effect system. So I think they'll still be first half of the season up there. They'll be the team to beat. Second half is where it's going to get interesting because they've obviously haven't been able to. They got that cost cap penalty, so the aerodynamic penalty, and they haven't been able to do any testing since that was announced, whenever it was last year. So of course they've already prepped, because they were so far ahead. They probably already started quite early in regards to working on this season's car. So I think second half of the season is going to be interesting, and they might lag. Expect them to be definitely up there again, and the team to be. Second half would be interesting. I think Mercedes are going to come out strong as well. There's very strong rumours that they've got a good handle on all the issues that they had with their car last year. So I think they're going to come out strong. And Ferrari is a bit of an unknown entity at the moment because they've changed Bonotto. They had quite a bit to change aerodynamically because they were very hard on their tyres on a race day. Very good over a single lap, but they need to improve the performance of that car in regards to over a race distance, mainly on the tyres. Because if they could sort I'm assuming the aerodynamics out of the car to make it better on the tyres, then yeah, they'd definitely be the team to beat, I think, or a team to beat for sure. Max in the Ford Fiesta. Do I have a season in terms of the best looking cars in that year? What, livery wise? I can't really remember. No, Harry, it's not on YouTube. It's on their own website. Ferrari did have bad luck last year, Brandon, but I would say a lot of that bad luck was their own doing. They had terrible strategy calls, terrible pit stops, and I mean, I think a lot of Charles's mistakes last year was trying to overdrive the car because he wasn't confident in the strategy calls that are being made and the pit stop crew in general. So yeah, we'll see if it's more of the same this year. 98 Jordan livery is S tier. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a massive fan of the McLaren Vodafone livery. Oh, with the chrome black and the chrome silver. Oh, I loved that. Right, let's change over, shall we? Let's stop the music. That didn't stop the music, it stopped that actually.
It was definitely difficult. Like, it was the first time I felt like relatively
hopefully this is a good sound level for you guys.
But to then, I feel like when you give a driver
let me know otherwise.
it's just easier. You give them more grip, more downforce, you know, better brakes. It's an easier transition, and then jumping back in the F2 and taking that all away.
05 Jag 2, oh yeah, that was classic.
And we still had good qualifying.
McLaren is going to make a move this year. Yeah, I mean, they've got the driver pairing in my opinion. Oscar Piastri, a lot of hype around him, but rightfully so. You don't win back-to-back F3 and F2 championships.
First win against two very good drivers.
Yeah, you don't win back-to-back championships like that without being a proper driver and a proper adaptable driver. So I think Lando's got a real challenge this year.
Yeah, I feel like it's just one of those.
So
things, like,
be interesting to see that driver pairing. Why? It seems like a little touch too loud.
In the moment of, you know, making sure you deliver the result, that you can't really think about what that result means, if you know what I mean. But yeah, obviously.
There we go.
I don't know. I feel like Silverstone's just the perfect track for me. It all.
No, James. No, I didn't wipe Oscar out. Oscar crashed into me. But yes, me and Oscar did have a coming together on iRacing and F3, so that's my claim to fame. He almost had Sochi, yes. He just, I understand the call that he made to stay out in Sochi. In hindsight, it was the wrong decision, but yeah, it just changed so dramatically, didn't it? So, hey, mate, how's it going, buddy? I know, man. I have a day off of work, so yeah, I'm not my full-time job yet. This. One day, mate, one day. Yeah, I'm recovering from a stag do from the weekend. from Manchester. And what a city Manchester is, guys. Anyone in the UK or anyone in general, if you want to visit a city, don't go to London, go to Manchester. And that's coming from a southerner, because I was thoroughly impressed. On the way up there, it was 5 hours. We got caught in a bit of traffic. It was supposed to be about 4, and it took us 5. On the way home, it was just over 4. So, yeah. I got an automatic, so it's not too bad. Still knows the only time Danny Rick turned up was their only chance to win a race. That should have been Lando's win. Yeah, should have been. But here we go. Mr. Buxton. Ah, JB. Thank you for joining the pit crew, buddy. Much appreciated. Yes, to James Vowles as well. How much of a difference is he going to have in regards to this season? Probably not so much this season, but following seasons, his knowledge of Mercedes should make a big difference to that team. I think that's a good appointment, that is. Little tease. No livery just yet. Golf. There we go. Well, that's confirmed. The leak was true. Are they coming? They're coming straight out of the bat with the livery reveal, guys. They're not making people hang around. They saw the Red Bull presentation and they've gone. So the front nose definitely looks different. That's for sure. I think this might be the actual car. Look at the front nose. Are those mirrors larger? Can't quite tell. Golf is very prominent on the livery though, that's for sure. Okay, so just a Golf announcement at the moment. Oh, they are. They're going straight in with the livery reveal. Bosh. That's how you do it, Williams. No fucking about. So I like the matte finish. Agreed. Once again, see the black carbon fibre there? Help just a little bit of weight saving. Every little bit counts. Which I think is why Mercedes are going to go all black. Makes sense, doesn't it? I think that looks alright. I think that's the best. Who have we had so far? We've had Haas and only Red Bull, haven't we? So it's better than the Red Bull livery. If you're not a Red Bull fan, that is. Who are these guys? William, Driver Academy. But yeah, I think that looks alright. Hey off, Alex. Recovering from a stag do.
So in 2023, my plans are to do F1.
This is my second job.
It's going to be a great year. Loads of traveling.
Audio a bit higher, yeah? Okay, right. Hang on.
Is racing faster cars, obviously, and racing at the highest level possible. And
hopefully that's alright. About another 10% up, I put it.
Means a massive amount to be in the Williams Driver Academy.
Imagine if they bought specs out. Oh, mate, that'd be super trolling, wouldn't it?
And the support they give me on and off the track is.
There was. Don't know if you noticed, they did in that reveal just at the beginning there. There was a direct drive wheel and the play seat and stuff. So they're definitely tying in their esports team in regards to here. So I wonder if they'll make an appearance at all, or maybe if they'll keep them quiet, keep them in the background after what happens at Daytona.
Series champion and now an Indy NXT rookie. Hi.
Jamie Chadwick.
Jamie, a new frontier awaits. Indy NXT, or Indy Lights, as it used to be known, the feeder series for IndyCar. That's a big step, a big change. How much are you looking forward to it?
I mean, it's been something that's kind of been on my
Very quick driver.
But yeah, like you said, it's a big step up and getting those.
Come on, bring the car back. So I couldn't quite tell. It looked like it was definitely a different nose. It wasn't the slim down nose that we saw last year. There's definitely the lack of the carbon fibre on the side pods, where the inlets are. You could see that there was no paint there. I don't think that's the actual car.
From my side, I think a little bit of a baptism.
I think it's like the concept. They probably bought.
It was amazing because it's very, very rare that you get.
Looked a bit boxier, like a 22 car with 21 DNA. Yeah.
So I went over. I mean.
Hey, Jack. Thought it was saw golf and thought it was going to be a banger.
You know, try and perform as much as I can.
I think it looks similar. It's got a similar paint scheme to last year, isn't it? That's what it looks like to me. But at least they've come straight off the bat and shown us the livery, rather than teasing us and then showing us the same livery as it is for the last decade. Eh?
Very different. That's, I guess, the big change for me is the driving style. We're changing tyres. We're now on the Firestone.
Hey, Wulan, welcome, buddy.
Change again.
Then the original owner's daughter stepped down. Yes, yeah, Brandon. Yeah, so Williams was bought out by an American company, and she stepped down not last year, the year before, I think it was, in regards to running the team.
So it's quite different to what I guess I've come from.
But they've said that they're going to keep the Williams family name though. Because that's what the team is synonymous with F1, and obviously is in honour to Frank Williams as well. So
with the Williams team in the driver academy,
it'd be good to see him make their way back up the grid, but
what people don't see is
I don't know.
it really does help me with everything.
I always felt bad for her. She tries so hard. Yeah, I think I don't know if she's ever had an opportunity in F3. I mean, she's clearly like the best woman driver around. I think that's been demonstrated in the W Series how good she's been, which is an F4 car. So she needed that natural step up to F3, but maybe she couldn't secure the funding. F3 is expensive as well as F2. And then, so her next route is Indy Light. She's going down the American open wheel route. Fair play to her. You got to do what you got to do.
Opportunity I've had. It's not the only racing I've done. I came from a very young age when I started in 12 years old, always racing against men, and having seen women succeed over in the
But yeah, she's definitely a quick driver, that's for sure.
Success on the IndyCar grid. It gives me that.
Right, okay.
See it, you can be it.
Let's move on.
So yeah, from my side, I'm excited by that.
But the Formula One dream remains?
Yeah, I want to race at the top of our sport. I want to be, at the top level. Formula One is very much something I'd love to obviously race in.
How old is she now? She's still quite young, isn't she? Isn't she like early 20s? So she's still got time on her side.
But ultimately, if I can have success now in these next few steps, then I like to believe, it is possible to race an IndyCar and Formula One.
Yeah, Roman's doing okay. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely transferable skills, that's for sure. They're two different like drivers' requirements. What's the right word? Indy's very different to F1.
2022 saw Logan's graduation
That's for sure.
from the driver academy to full-time F1 drive. No mean feat. We caught up with Logan pre-season to chat all things F1 and how he's been preparing for the biggest year of his career.
So, Logan, you managed to get home to Florida over Christmas. Was it a welcome break going home? Did you feel like you needed it?
I feel like every chance I get to go home is, a really good opportunity for me.
Wake me up in 10 minutes, guys.
Take a step back from everything. Obviously, the training continues, but it's a good chance to just, use it to recharge the batteries.
When the audio out a bit more, no worries.
Moving from the States,
I'd say leaving everything behind at such a young age. And I feel like it almost helped that I was so young, so I was a bit oblivious to what I was actually doing. It was hard at times, for sure. Wanting to go home, wanting to be back with your friends, wanting to go,
perfect.
Out on the boat with everyone. In the end of the day,
You missed it, Alex. They've already shown the car.
Remind me that
You're too slow.
sacrifice now, you'll gain later.
They actually have shown the car already in the new livery.
did you know that you wanted
They just haven't given an in-depth look on it yet. So.
To be honest, I feel like it was a bit of a
Oh, here we go. Here comes Alex flexing.
I feel like
Oh, I'm friends with Will Buxton.
It was just literally go to the track, have some fun. It was me, my brother, my dad, and I wouldn't say it particularly got super serious till we moved to Europe.
What did he say?
Obviously, as a kid, you're saying, yeah.
He said, Alex, fuck off. I'm preparing.
There's obviously a lot in between those two things, and we just went down the path, and it's led us here.
Anyone who says F1 aren't athletes don't know what they have to train for. Lips were sealed. Ah, typical. No insider scoop then, Alex.
This is when you get into the fetal position.
Hey. When are they going to scrap these big old presentations and just go to local media?
To enter the arena, make no doubt about it. And Logan's teammate for this year,
I should do a workout intro, bro. Oh, no.
is the highly regarded Mr. Alex Albon.
I went to the gym last Monday and I couldn't move my arms for a week. So it's up on Instagram already? Okay, right, hang on a second. Let's have a look.
Because behind that big smile and the often seen peace sign, there's a man that has a core of steel and a relentless determination
Here we
to
go.
succeed in what I think we all believe and agree is the greatest sport on earth. Let's take a look.
That's the new car.
My first thought when I came out of a coma was, where did my teammates qualify? I wanted to be on that car more than anyone else. I knew we could have done a good job.
So you can see the black here, the carbon fibre.
Let the team down and felt like
This is definitely what a lot of the teams are doing this year.
Pressure is part of what I do. And
Golf
I don't actually know anything
on the
different.
sides.
When you're 6
Financial
years old,
Times
your own
sponsoring them.
dream has always been to be a Formula 1 driver. So when you
Hashtag
have that
CyberFit.
dream go away, there's a sharp realization that things feel like they're falling apart. You turn that energy,
I've just noticed. Look at the
hunger and motivation to get back into the sport that you love.
look at the Duracell. Look at the. That's great. It looks like a Duracell battery on the top.
I think anyone else.
That's brilliant.
That comes with passion and that comes with fire. So when
I
you
think that's really clever. I
put
like
your
that.
eyes on it and you're in your moment, you're in the zone. I believe that's the real me.
Look, also being picked up by a forklift. Oof.
I feel like people deal with things differently. I feel like
Seems to be lagging a big sponsor on the side. Yeah, is that Doritos?
My right to be here, and I feel like to get to where I am with what I've gone through, I'm much stronger than people.
Oh God,
can
whatever.
imagine. I'm a hard worker. I'm a fighter.
That looks like Doritos. They're sponsored by there.
I'm here to stay.
It's a bit of an odd placement, isn't it? So yeah, they're obviously awaiting a big sponsor. They're trying to secure a big sponsor to stick on the side here, surely.
Boys, Alex, Logan, hello chaps. We are days away from
It's the name of the company who bought Williams, right? What, going on the side? Doralton. Is that Doralton?
Yeah, really good. I feel like it's.
It might be.
You're a little bit more
There's
on edge. I think
What,
it's
Doralton?
normal.
There's me
I'm sure
confusing it for Doritos.
Logan as well. But no, you know, it's always just about gelling with the team and a bit of uncertainty.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the best livery by far. It looks smart. I like the matte black. I like the matte finish.
And all that kind of thing.
Second
year now. I know that
Is it the new
areas
car
of
though?
work
Now
on
that's
the
the question.
areas with
Those
someone,
mirrors
it's
do
not
look
much,
quite
it's just
big,
more about,
and the nose. When you looked at it from front straight on, the nose did look a lot thicker than it did previously.
Or just pure
I
excitement?
feel like I've made him nervous now.
Not yet, to be honest. I feel like I've been so caught up in the preparation, getting ready.
Might
for
be a
this
very,
season.
very early in a new
I haven't
car.
really thought
Yeah,
too much about what I'm actually doing.
I suppose they'll give us a new look at it soon. But yeah, the thing that really stands out for me is this. Also, have a look. Now, is it me? But have they taken like the Mercedes style route of like lesser sidepods? It's not quite a zero sidepod concept, but definitely a lesser sidepod, because I'm pretty sure the other teams didn't have. I can't remember if there's an actual term for this, where they're pinning the floor, holding the floor up with this tensile thing. Other cars don't have that, do they? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's very specific to Mercedes, because they had the no sidepod concept. So they had to have a way to keep the floor from like dropping and keep its strength.
He's driven the car a few times now.
So that's something I've just noticed there.
The team is like what the car feels like.
Pretty sure they didn't have that last year,
Totally different next year.
or other cars didn't.
And really, it's more about us two trying to fight more up towards the midfield, working together.
Could be wrong, but yeah, I think that's a smart looking livery.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh
some more points.
Jesus, Alex, you're still
They
gone with the
always
blonde
say
hair.
First drive you've got to beat in Formula One is your teammate. Will you see it very much as a mentoring role for Logan to help him, or is it every man for himself?
Well, I'm
Nice
sure
race suits as well.
Logan's, more than capable. The reason why he's in F1 is because of his talent. So of course we're gonna want to beat each other. That's normal. But in terms of what it's like working in the team environment.
Yeah, I think it looks alright. To be honest, I like how harsh the delivery reveal, better than Werther's presentation.
And
Yeah.
Logan, moving up from Formula 2, what have you learnt in your time in Formula 2?
This is really now just to
You think you can bring
show off for the sponsors. This is all for the sponsors. This is all for commercial purposes. It has got nothing to do with unveiling the livery. That's all it is. It's to do with the metrics and say they got X amount of people watching and X amount of clicks and stuff. So
can really benefit me is the years I've done. I've had my ups and downs. And mentally, that's
Probably,
been
Alex,
tough.
probably.
And obviously going into my first season of F1, that's
Hey, Theo,
gonna
welcome,
be
buddy.
a challenge.
But yeah,
And,
that's
hopefully I can
pretty
build
much
some
Livery, innit?
fitness and, be
They've
able
done
to
this whole thing
use
and
that throughout the
sorry,
season.
and shown this at the same time on Twitter. So
What do you know of it?
obviously
What do
they've
you think
given
about it? What are
an
the
image
numbers
to it
saying? What
to
are
a
the
number of
team saying? 'Cause I
journalists at
know
the same
we haven't
time,
run it yet and it's
so
impossible
that
to
they could
say
post
how
it.
it's gonna be,
Oh,
but
here we go.
what's the team thinking?
Some more images.
Well, I think, you know, of course, it's hard to say where we're going to
It's definitely a thicker nose.
You'll see. It looks different. It looks
Hmm.
it looks faster, and I'm obviously an expert on that. So so it looks good. It looks fast. We have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's Doralton.
It's not going to be
Doralton Ventures.
You know, we were only missing a few tenths. Really,
It would help if they had a
really
different
had
font
points
to Doritos, wouldn't it?
every race last year, and if we
Stop
can
us
find them,
confusing
we can, hopefully
from
score.
certain angles.
Huge calendar this year, guys. 23 races. Which one are you both
Yeah, I think that looks
looking forward to
smart.
the most?
I think it looks
Obviously, all
smart.
3 in America. I mean,
6.5 out of 10.
I have
I'd
to
say a 7.
but
I really
honestly,
like the
actual
Duracell thing
track
up
I'm
here.
looking forward to
I'm
driving the most is
just, it's a
Suzuka.
bit gimmicky, but I do quite like
I feel
that.
like it's one I've always wanted to drive since I was
But
a
yeah,
kid.
look at this, how they've
I'm
pinned the
looking forward to that
floor.
one.
This is
But
exactly like
actual
the
venue
Mercedes
is
concept
definitely one of the 3 American races.
with the no
You
side pods. So they
started
haven't
fast
quite
and
got
you-
no
yeah,
side
right
pods.
on the
If we
car.
go
Just pretty much
here,
the racetrack
obviously
is
they've
now.
got them,
Pretty much.
but they've really slimmed down as they go further back in the car. And I'm pretty sure the floor wasn't pinned like this
Obviously,
on other
because
cars.
all my friends and family to
I
come
could
out,
be wrong.
so that should be a special weekend.
And Alex, for you?
I have to be Vegas just because I feel like that's the
Okay, see the Williams media team now. Don't forget to count at 18 people watching along with Stuffy in the numbers. Of course, Mark. You're the most important out of everyone watching. Don't they know? Sod Jimmy Broadbent's stream. Sod Tomo's stream. It's all about being here.
F1 paddock, and I feel like Vegas is just going to take it to that
You
next
don't want to
level.
go to Vegas just for the track.
Yeah, I mean, we got a job to do, but
But you get to enjoy Vegas on
But-
Sunday because we're racing on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that's quite
I'm
smart.
sure, knowing us, we've got
Needs a big
different
sponsor on the side. But that's about it, really.
Straight home. It's exciting times for Williams, new partners on board for the
All the
year.
content.
A lot of excitement around the team, given new team.
Always for the
sponsors
content,
stepping
Alex.
into the
Always.
role. James Vowles, obviously.
They're going to
huge
rock up with a
experience,
2022 Mercedes.
multiple world championships at
I think
Mercedes.
they'd rather have.
What's the
I think they'd much
vibe
prefer to
like
just give it a go themselves
for his arrival, and what do you think he can bring to the mix?
with the issues they had.
It seems like James really wants this role, and he's very motivated to push the team along and see where.
I like his
where
watch
he
he's
can
got on,
put it
actually.
towards. He's obviously
On a
got
bit of a
lot
side note,
experience
I
from
don't know
Mercedes,
who's their
which
watch
is-
sponsor.
For a team like us, I feel like we're gonna, take that with both hands and try and look at the areas where, obviously a top team like they're, what are they doing differently to us? And how
It
can
does
we
seem like
try and,
they're lacking a few sponsors, don't they,
make
compared
quick
to
progress?
when you look at Red Bull's
To wait, not lose
overalls
one.
and you
We'll
look
be in
at
Bahrain for our opening test.
Mercedes
Thanks
and
so
stuff.
much.
They've got so
Thank
many
you so much for the
sponsors
contract.
compared to Williams, who've got a
Ladies
lot of
and
empty
gents,
space there.
That wraps our 2023 season launch.
Okay, so
New
that
partners, new driver,
that's been quite
and a
short,
new
only 20 minutes
relentless
or
ambition
18
for the
minutes.
year ahead. Thanks again for joining the journey, and we'll see you on track.
Will having to do his. Here we go. One last little look.
Sign up for exclusive giveaways and experiences.
Yeah,
such as
that looks
virtual
smart, doesn't it?
Q&A.
That's about the only thing I can say with that. It's not wow, but it's smart. It looks good. Strong say. Yeah, I'd have to say about a 7. I'll be interested to see. Obviously, everyone's going to be going into it and seeing if there's any new tech bits on there and stuff. But golf sponsorship isn't as big as people expected. No, probably not. It's a bit the same with the Haas, but I appreciate the lack of filler in the reveal. Yeah, they got straight to it, didn't they? So let's have a look at Haas's one again. So they've pinned at the floor as well. Hang on. Let's go down to... Okay, so they have done it as well. You can see here where it's like pinned, but it's not quite as prominent as what the Williams was there, because these side pods, whether this is their actual car or not, obviously we'll never know until the testing, but the side pods stick out more as they get to the end of the car, so that isn't as prominent as what it is on the Williams. I mean, that looks smart to me as well, but as you can see, a lot of black here because of just the carbon fiber. They're not going to be, these cars are going to be obviously a lot heavier, trying to make weight. And then the Red Bull one, well, Red Bull didn't even really show us their car, did they? I mean, what the fuck is that? It's basically last year's car. I mean, I don't know. But they definitely, yeah, look, you can see here, they definitely don't have, in this image anyway, they don't have the pinning or that tensile thing sticking the floor up. Don't think Williams have a title sponsor? Probably not. They're probably still trying to secure something for this year. I'm surprised they haven't been able to get like an American sponsor, like a prominent American sponsor, with Logan Sargent being there. But I mean, I know Logan Sargent's not obviously quite a household name yet, is he? So, what do I think about Tomo's redesign of the Red Bull? I didn't look at it, to be honest. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen his redesign of the Red Bull. Danny Rick being Danny Rick. But yeah, Mercedes are definitely teasing a black livery. Oh yeah, it's 12 hours of Bathurst this weekend. Oh, got a feeling I'm going to be busy. Yeah, I think the reason they're going back to black, James, is just purely because of, yeah, the carbon fibre. So far, most teams have looked like they've, or Haas and Williams have got the underside here of the side pods in carbon fibre. They haven't done anything with this, just to help save a little bit of weight. I mean, it's mad to think, oh yeah, let's not paint this little bit of area to save like fractions of weight, like a few grams, but it all adds up, I'm guessing. So, but yeah, I quite like it. I think it looks alright. That's a low resolution image there. But yeah. What do you guys think then? So if we're going to rate that out of 10, what are you going to rate out of 10, guys? Come on. Let me know. Let me know. What do you think? Is it a 5 out of 10? Is it a 6 out of 10? 7, 8, 9? 7 from Theo. I think someone else said 6. Yeah, James said 6. Oh, James, you've gone down to 6. You said 6.5 earlier. I'm going to say 7. I think it's a solid livery. It's not a wow livery. 7's solid for me. 6 or 7. Yeah. Go from there. We just miss F1 cars that inflate the greys, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I actually am going to do this weekend, because I don't think I'm going to get time to do the 12 hours of Bathurst. I'm going to stream a watch-along to this event, because I'm intrigued to see how this €500,000 esports event is going to go ahead when there hasn't even been a closed beta. I'm intrigued, to say the least. And I think I'm going to do a watch along. So yeah, be sure to join me, guys, this weekend. Similar to Haas, 6 or 7 out of 10, yeah. Montreal, is that where iRacing's at this week, F1? If it is, then yes, I'll be there. That's for sure. Slipstream Tuesdays. AlphaTauri, do you think they're going to go outside the box, Theo, or do you think they're going to go with what they've had last year and the previous year before that? I don't think it's going to be too much, so too much difference. It's in Montreal. Oh, then I'll definitely be there. Yeah, Montreal. I do like Montreal. I'm going to probably do some races this afternoon. Let's have a quick look, actually. What's participation like at the moment? We got... wait, there's not a race until 3 o'clock, so I'm not going to be able to see sign-ups, but... What's the next one? Fixed at 3 o'clock, isn't it? What was the fix like earlier on? Not very well populated, to say the least. We'll see. I might give it a go. Gonna try 3 or 5. Okay, well I might give it a go. I might pop back in half an hour or so and have a look. But yeah, there we go, guys. That is the Williams F1 livery reveal. So it's all over Twitter and Instagram if you guys want to check that out. Appreciate Williams not dicking about and keeping it kind of short and sweet, really. Showing us the car straight away, then putting it straight on social media. And yeah, then just having a very quick conversation with their new drivers. So if you're gonna do an event reveal like that, that's kind of how you do it. You don't do it like Red Bull and drag it out for an hour. So it'd be interesting to see if AlphaTauri's one is the same and drag that for an hour, because that's also in New York as well, and I think in the same location. So AlphaTauri, of course, don't have as much pull as Red Bull for obvious reasons, but yeah, not too bad. They signed with all of them when they left Alfa Romeo. Oh, okay. Right, guys. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna leave it there. Gonna, just like the Williams reveal, keep it short and sweet. Keep it short and sweet. So I'll tell you what, just before we hop off, I'm gonna have a look at the reveals one last time for you all. So that everyone is aware of when. Let's just put it back here. So you guys can see when the next livery reveals are. So we've already had Haas, Red Bull and Williams. Tomorrow we have Alfa Romeo. Then on the 11th, which is Saturday, we have AlphaTauri. Yeah. Oh, bless me. Then on the 13th, so we only have the Alfa Romeo reveal on the weekend. 2 on the next Monday, 1 on the Tuesday, 1 on the Wednesday, which is Mercedes, and then Alpine on the 16th. So if those weekday ones are all during daytime, I unfortunately won't be able to do a live stream for those. Hoping the Mercedes one are quite nice and kind and wait until 6-7 o'clock in the evening for everyone to get home from work, so that I can stream that. But yeah, and then we have, after this reveal, so after next week, the 20th to the 24th is the week we have the practice days, so last week of February. And then yeah, not long until we have first race weekend, guys. It'll be here before we know it, the Bahrain Grand Prix. So yeah, really. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you to get on to the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, much appreciated for stopping by. Gonna love you and leave you. And yeah, I'll hopefully try and make maybe the AlphaTauri one this weekend. If not, I'd like to watch that esports event this weekend on Rensport to see how that all plays out. I'm intrigued by it. So yeah, thanks for dropping by, guys. Thanks, Neil, James, Theo, anyone who's still here. And yeah, I'll be going live tomorrow night, Slipstream Tuesdays, for a new week on iRacing. So be sure to put your notifications on. 7:30, we'll be live then. So yeah, have a good night, guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.